Thank you for joining me today. My name is Cameron Smith, and I'm one of the career counselors here at Career Services. Today, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about what we do here at Career Services and how we can support you during your career exploration and readiness. Who are we? Here's a quick overview of who we are and how we can help you with several different programs that can help you along your professional journey. Career Planning is a team of career counselors who can meet with you to help you with your career planning, review your resumes, practice interview skills, and discuss job searches. The Employer Relations team helps you bring employers to campus to connect you with through informational sessions, career fairs, and networking events. Our signature program is the College Work Experience with Lockheed Martin, which allows eligible students to work in paid positions on cutting-edge projects and teams in the aerospace industry. We have a number of additional searches and tools that can help you prepare for the world of work. You can connect with us online, in person, in our building, or located in the Memory Mall. What is career readiness? What it is a key to ensuring successful entry to the workforce, the foundation upon which successful career is launched. Quite simply, the new career currency. These are the 8 career competencies that employers look for most in potential hires. From the National Association of College and Employers, many of your classes and assignments already teach you these skills, and you can use coursework, projects, and assignments as examples of you developing these competencies. Our goal today is to help you see these connections between the 8 competencies and your coursework, and see how you can continue to develop these areas as well and translate them to potential employers. The first NACE competencies that we will be discussing today is called critical thinking. What is critical thinking, you may ask? Critical thinking is a way to identify and respond to the needs based upon an understanding of situational context, logical analysis, and relevant information. The main question is how can you use that with your time here at UCF? Well, typically, some examples that go into that, research papers, lab projects, collecting and interpreting data, resourcefulness, and problem solving. Next competency, technology. Technology is how we understand, leverage technologies ethically to enhance an efficiency, complete tasks, and accomplish goals. How can you use that within your classrooms here at UCF? Well, typically you want to use technology as far as a project, learning through online tutorials, managing digital presence for a club or a company, using tools, software, programs, and machines. Another key skill that most employers are looking for within their next hirees. What is professionalism? Professionalism is knowing work environments differ greatly. They also want you to understand and demonstrate effective work habits and act in the interests of the large community and workplace. How can you use professional within your current classes here at UCF? Attending class on time, acting with integrity and ethics, being prepared for meetings, meeting exceeding goals consistently, displaying dedication and diligence in work. Communication is another key skill that most employers are looking for. Communication can be defined as clearly and effectively exchange information, ideas, facts, and perspectives with a person inside and outside of an organization. Communication can be used in numerous ways, but in the classroom, some good examples how you can kind of apply those skills is composing essays, maybe you're doing research papers, presenting to the class, maybe you're presenting to one of your clubs, or active listening, again, engaging with the person who's speaking, or mediating conflict. The next key competency that we'll be discussing today. What is career and self-development? Career self-development is proactively developing yourself through continual personal and professional learning, awareness, and strengths and weaknesses, navigating career opportunities, and networking to build relationships within or without one's organization. How can one career and self-develop themselves while here at UCF? Typically, within your classrooms, you want to be self-aware of your strengths and weaknesses, self-teaching yourself, whether that's learning on LinkedIn Learnings, seeking out learning opportunities, participating in clubs, memberships, and also job shadowing. This is the next key competency that we'll be discussing today. What is perspective awareness? Perspective awareness is recognizing and understanding, appreciate various viewpoints and experiences to foster effective collaboration and decision making. How can you use perspective awareness within your classrooms? Some examples are study abroad. Maybe you want to do a volunteer. Maybe you want to get into global studies, team and group work, and leadership positions. That is our next one. Leadership is one of the main ones that most companies are looking for, especially for a skill. It is one of the requirements. What leadership is: recognize and capitalize on personal team strengths to achieve organizational goals. The biggest question is, how do you apply that? How would a person in a classroom apply leadership? Some good examples are motivating others. That's the number one thing. Leadership roles in clubs. Maybe you're part of an organization. Displaying initiative, integrity, manage self or projects or teams that maybe you're part of, and acting as a role model. That's basically the biggest one. Is teamwork. Teamwork is going to be the number one. I know I said it's a lot of number ones, but this is definitely one of the number one. Teamwork is going to be the most important within the workforce, as you're going to work with constantly with different people that's part of your team. And what teamwork is build and maintain collaborative relationships to work effectively towards common goals by appreciating diverse viewpoints and share responsibilities. And you're wondering, how do you apply that? How would one person apply that to what they're trying to do? How they do that is one, you want to listen to others and needs. You want to do some active listening, respecting diverse opinions. Everybody has a different opinion. You got to be able to understand where they're coming from and then give a viewpoint after that. Collaborate with others and teams and contribute towards a group goal. Now we're going to be talking about how can you translate these skills onto your resume by describing in detail the action you took and conveys each skill. Now let's give you a few examples, especially from these slides, on how you can apply that. So here are some bullet points, which NACE skills you've aligned with this. So the first one, experience in leading group projects by delegating tasks, research information, composing reports, and presenting findings and classmates. Which one is that? To answer your question, it is teamwork, leadership, and communication. The next one, familiar with standard Office technology, including Microsoft Office and Teams, as well as data entry and social media. This one is technology, as by you find these keywords in there that kind of translates to the actual definition of it. The next one, knowledgeable in safe and accurate laboratory techniques, adhering to rules and requirements in handling samples and using safety gear. Again, professionalism, technology, you're using kind of equipment, you want to make sure you have that in order. The next one, respond to a customer request efficiently and successfully, answering their questions or referring them to appropriate resources. Which one is this one? That one's leadership and communication. Now let's talk about how they're presented in the interview question that these employers are going to ask you. Now that we defined each skill and showed examples, you should be able to think of which NACE skills match interview questions by recognizing keywords. Here are some example bullet points. Which NACE skills align with what you think? So going over the first one, tell me about a situation where you had to deal with an upset customer, coworker, or group member. Tell me about a difficult decision you had to make. What is that one to you? That one is critical thinking. Let's go over the next one. Give an example of a time you showed initiative and took the lead on a project. This one should be pretty simple. Again, you want to look at the key words like lead, so this one will be leadership. What have you done in college to become a better, prepare yourself for the career that you're in? So what are you going to be doing? What is that? That is going to be professional and self-development. Career and self-development is going to be one that you're going to be focusing on there. What is the next one? Describe a situation where you had to work with a group on diverse personalities. How did you come together to accomplish a goal? Again, key words. How did you come as a group? Teamwork, perspective awareness, coming from different diverse personalities. These are the key words you want to look at. Here are just some other resources at UCF to get you kind of started with gaining major related experiences. They also allow you to learn and practice in one or more of these competency areas. Again, please come in and speak to us. We will point you towards where you should be looking at. If you do, ask us questions about where you should be going out, what ideas you may have, because we can point you towards. These are just some of them. The first one is Office of Student Involvement. Then we have the Experiential Learning team. Then we have the Office of Undergraduate Research and Study Abroad. Again, we will help you point you in the direction of where you need to go with applying those NACE competency skills, okay? Accessing your readiness for careers is just one step. To successfully enter the career in the world of work, you also need to explore who you are and where you want to go. Our career counselors can help. We offer online assessments to help you identify your interests, strengths, and skills, and discover certain occupations that you may want to involve yourself in. You can come back to us, or you can also complete the remaining assessments on the Focus to Career, the personality, skills, values, interests, and the leisure activities. Then follow up with a career service for assessment and interpretation as far as a one-on-one with one of our career counselors. If you need anything, please contact us if you have any other questions. If you ever have any questions regarding your career or just figuring out what path you want to maybe pursue, please do not hesitate to make an appointment with us on Handshake. You can also find us on Facebook. You can email us at career.ucf.edu. And we also have an Instagram and also Twitter handle as well too, or you can give us a call anytime as well. Have a good one. Bye.